Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hayes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. Can't get him to the ground.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Pride. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Hurricane! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Got it behind the line. It's Shelton. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. Texas A&M going quickly.
Well, what's the point in waiting? Why not get one of your best players involved in the game right off the bat? They take a shot.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on first down. Working on the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. A&M comes back out with another first down. Now from inside the red zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Aggies!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Hayes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking to throw, it's Pride. It's complete to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll go right back to him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Canes are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
After run, now throw. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass, it's Pride. Rushes on him. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Canes will try to convert on fourth down.
Military stunt.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it on the move. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
Base 27 jump.
Motion from the wideout. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got.
Base 27 jump.
Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Canes! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoke the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Using his legs, it's Mitchell. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Fry. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll move the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab inside the 30. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the air.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Hurricanes will hustle to the line.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense. Put them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go right back to him. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it out quickly. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line. A mere yard away from Pater.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hardy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Good surge up front, give him 4 out to the 18. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a 1st down.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. Fires to the big fella.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
To the air. It's Pride. He'll pull it down and run. As they say, touchdown, first down, or get down. He gets down. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Hurricanes have a lot of options on second and inches. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Hurricane! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Coming out with it, it's Hardy. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Defense not showing press coverage. Going right to work up top. Catch in the middle, it's Shelton. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Shelton. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Shelton. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's got the back in the middle. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's small. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go get it.
There he goes. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run. They're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
Looking for a man. It's Fry. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Snagged out of the air. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
6 remain.
They'll run it from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
28, Texas A&M, 14.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. A third down try for the offense. Back to throw, it's Pride. Zings it complete to the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart. He still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Direct snap. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
Now, fourth down.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man on the right. It's a fumble on the play. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Hauls it in. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. They'll hurry hurry to the line with the clock still running. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an L.
Grab near the sticks. It's Shelton. Turning it on. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. They were trying to steal a possession to draw a little closer in this game, but the ball didn't go 10 yards, so they'll take over the football with the lead. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Running through contact. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
To the air, it's Pride. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hardy. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you
fires toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge